on W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock right now. And by lock right now, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out of our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tori? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the lines, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tori, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tori? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in radio land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, thank you for joining me this Tuesday, April 28, 2026. Before we get into the show, I want to say this. And I need y'all to hear this and understand that many times we have to be careful of the things that we see and the reality of what's really going on. Because sometimes we see things, but we don't get to the root of why it's there. We see it, but we react to what we see, but we don't understand how it got to that point. How to derive to what we are now seeing. And the black communities have been tampered with. They tampered with the black community, and now they're trying to hide their hands and say, oh, look at that. Why are they doing this? Why are the kids acting like that? Why are these adults acting like that? Understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't get to the root of why things are the way they are and how it got there. And the truth is starting to come out about right here in the city of Milwaukee. They ran a freeway through black communities. Thousands of black families was displaced in Bronzeville. I grew up in Bronzeville, never knew that it was a thriving black community until I got older. But they wrecked black communities. And this is the reason I'm saying this. I'm going to get to the point. They wrecked black communities, purposely it gave us the poorest education opportunities, redlining so we couldn't get housing and things like that, couldn't buy land, things like that. Then they, something bad happened. Oh, look at that. The deal is this. Even with all of that, even with everything that they have done to the black community, they still try to point the finger at the black people and say, look at y'all, look what y'all doing. But they never say, look what we did. Look what we did to y'all. And then you start talking about that, oh, forget it, move on. But they want you to remember 9/11. They want you to remember 9/11, remember the Holocaust. Remember this, remember that, remember the veterans, remember all of this. But as soon as you start talking about what they did to the black community, oh, you need to shut up and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. We don't want to hear that. That was old. That's old. You free now. You can go get a cheeseburger and some fries. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear about reparations. We don't want to hear about repair. You're lazy. Understand what I'm saying? All I'm telling you is this. You got to know the truth. And you got to understand that when you look at the black community, it's not like that without people tampering with it, setting up social engineering ideas, and giving you less in the process. And look what we did with it. We jumped from the free throw line with it. Look what we did. We build. We invent. They steal it. They come back and steal the inventions. They come back and take what we did from nothing and try to make it seem like they did it. Trying to marginalize your abilities. At work. At home. Laughing, trying to laugh at you, but they really jealous and envy. Because you still thriving. You still moving. You still keep going. You still are able to overcome even when all odds is against you. They watching you. The system, the people, the other races
trying to call you out your name, trying to marginalize your existence. What happened with the Houston police officer? Look what she said. Went on a rant. How she felt about blacks. Look at people feel a certain type of way about blacks, but they copy our style, they copy our music, they copy our inventions, they copy the way we play basketball, football. Let me stop. Just regular stuff. Engineering, science, astrology, math. Where do you think all that came from? Powerful black people. Powerful black people. And don't ever forget it. That's why every day I come on, I feel powerful. My ancestors was powerful. Boy, don't let the spirit get to moving because they want you to forget. But they want you to forget what happened to you and how you got there. But they want you to remember what happened to them and how they got here. So I'm going to just throw them nuggets out there because I always talk to the youth and I want them to know, do not fall for the okie doke. Do not fall for the bait. Walk in your greatness. There are more good people in our neighborhoods than bad. They highlight the 20%, and the other 80% is hitting potholes. The good people got to swerve around the potholes and pay higher taxes. Okay, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll get into the conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
This is my first time calling in, but I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you and Elizabeth Brown and everything you stand for and everything that you do. So I want to say thank you so much for being you.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017.
Hey, man, this station is on fire the last couple days.
Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Eric Zauner, Marine Corps veteran and board member for the Center for Veterans Issues, calling on the community to tee it up for a great cause. On Monday, June 15th, CVI is hosting its 5th annual golf outing at the River Club in Mequon. This year's event is supporting CVI's Permanent Supportive Housing Program, dedicated to assisting chronically homeless or disabled veterans and their families. Grab your clubs and support our veterans today. Register to golf, sponsor, or donate at cvivet.org/events.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
K-Ball, 10 toes. We outside for the people. Yeah. Step out the crib, that heart on my sleeve. Phone keep ringing, that call I receive. Grandma on the porch say pray then leave. So I lace up hope like a brand new weave. Block full of pain, I done walk them tears. Face every fear, I done fought their years. Name in their ear like a chant in the bleachers. Front row love for the hurt and the dreams. They say tone it down, I just turn up truth. Made for the trenches, I was raised by proof. If the system cold, then I bring that flame. You can see that light when you shout my name. Tory Lowe, that Batman. Pull up when it's that bad. Riding for the have-nots. Turn a closed door to a last stand.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I guess there was a lot of people without power yesterday. A lot of people was out without power. You know what? When we was on the air, I didn't know it was like high winds in the city.
Yeah, it was like 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah, like we didn't get an alert.
No.
Where's our weather person?
We're in the basement.
Okay, so we are. If the tornado came, we technically in the basement, but it is a level below.
Yeah, no, we're in a good spot.
But it was terrible winds that knocked out a lot of power in the city. We got the news article, Milwaukee power outages going on. I don't know if everybody got their power restored or not. If your power is out, call in 833-212-1017. Or if you went without power for a while, call in 833-212-1017. We got some video on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Yes, we know that first responders got calls, more than 200 calls for downed trees, reports of downed trees. We're right on the corner of Concordia Avenue and Humboldt, and I'm having photojournalist Copen stand right there, but I'm going to have him zoom out so I could just show you some of the damage. Look at this. I'm actually standing on what looks like a plank of a sidewalk from this tree that just totally toppled over. Now, Chief Meteorologist Rob Haswell says the strongest wind gusts here in Milwaukee, up to 77 miles per hour, toppled trees, we know, power lines. Many people still, in the dark this morning, but we know We Energies restored more than 35,000 customers, restored power, that is. But just take a look at some of the damage here. You can see this is just one area. Again, we're on the corner of Concordia and Humboldt in the River West neighborhood in Milwaukee. Just totally came down. You could see some of the damage up there to that.
All right. Well,
and branches
I'll
all
say this.
over.
I didn't know until after I got off work that it was that bad, Andrew. We usually get like a breaking news reporter that there's winds, trees being blown down. I was shocked at all the branches and trees that got blew over around town and the huge power outage. It was a huge power outage yesterday. A lot of people was going through it for a little bit. But if you had your power go out yesterday, call in 833-212-1017. How long was the power out? It wasn't everybody. But I didn't know the weather. What's going on with the weather? One day the weather is nice. then it's freezing cold, then it's high winds, and then then the next couple of days is a threat of tornado. What's going on, Andrew? You was about to say something.
Yeah, no, we had teammates, Tori, that were up till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning with their sump pumps because it was raining really hard on them.
Hold on. It was flooding, some kind of sewage backup in certain places as well?
Yeah, our friend from the Pop Culture Report, Steve Scafidi, he was up till 6 a.m. today with all his stuff.
Really? Like, what? Okay, hold on. Only in Milwaukee where you got cold, hot, flood, tornado, wind, all in about 2-3 weeks. I told y'all somebody was messing with the weather button. I told y'all somebody was, whoever the weatherman in the city of Milwaukee, whoever messing with the weather around here, they got to get fired. A lot of this weather ain't making sense because it's starting to be, we got flooding going on. Before we did the cleanup, it was back-to-back tornado warnings. Now the wind blowing over the trees. This is all within a certain time frame, a couple days. This is all within a certain amount of days. So what's going on here? Somebody said it was climate change. I don't know. Is it climate change or climate strange? We got Blake on the lines. Blake. All right, Andrew. We got Blake on the lines.
Am I there?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello? I'm good, man. I'm good. I had to pull over. I'm in traffic out here in Brookfield. A lot of trees down, a lot of broken trees split in half in the hood off of Center and off of Sherman.
Right.
But everywhere is like broken limbs and stuff like that. What happened to me was about 1:27, 1:31-ish yesterday. I had the window halfway down in the van going down Rogers on 170th, and the gust of wind came through and almost knocked me off the road.
What?
When I got, about 1:27, 1:30. Then when I got home last night and looked at the news, that's when it came through. Whatever came through, it was going. The wind came down and it came across at the same time, about 1:27, 1:30, 1:35-ish. And then it rained in different places. But last night, I don't know what happened because I slept like a baby. But you got to remember, they tore a hole in the ozone layer when they went through with the spaceship thing. And, you know, the weather has been like it's been periodically because of the global warming and everything. But when they tear up and rip in the space and tear the ozone layer out, it does a lot of things to not to the earth. It just the stratosphere. A lot of people don't realize that. Everything is geographics and everything is science. But
so you saying when they said something up in the outer space with all that fuel blasting, it ripped the ozone layer, and this is what's happening. This the after effect.
Well, most likely to me it's the speed because it doesn't speed everything up because you know we're spinning around in polarity anyway. We just moving around in space. You know, and when dudes talking about the world is flat, then walk to the end, dude. But everybody know that the planets is out here, and like when the sun be up and the moon be out at the same time, my daughter's like, Dad, why is it like that? I had to go to the museum and figure it out. So now she's 34 and I'm 55, and every time they go up there, they tear up the hole. That's why you got to keep shoebox money. And, you know, they hit one of these satellites or the wrong one, get out of drift. Everybody's phone ain't going to work or your car's going to be messed up. You know, your phone cards, and you can't get your money out your bank and all that. So just keep a little money stashed away and then find out what bartering is and just stay nice with people who you know that you're close to. You never know what's going to happen because we always hear on the bluff. If something happens real bad anyway, we ain't going to know it no way because it's going to happen in less than 5 seconds anyway.
Hey, all right. Well, like I said, it's weird times. Weird times. Andrew, what do you think? You think it's because of the spaceship that went into the sky or what?
Yeah, I don't know if that's it.
I'm just saying. I mean, the weather is funky. Everybody knows it's funky right now. And I'll say this. I'm expecting extreme cold when it's snow on the ground. After it's snow, it's icy. But it's extreme cold and there's no snow on the ground. Like bone-chilling cold, and it ain't even snowing. So I'm just like, what? I ain't never felt that in Wisconsin. Like I felt freezing temperatures when it's like wintertime. But now today could be cold, extremely cold without snow on the ground. That's wild to me. Anybody notice that? Anybody out there notice how cold it's getting and there's no snow around? What's creating the cold, Andrew?
I don't know, Tori.
I'm just trying to figure this out.
I need to become a meteorologist for the show.
Hey, well, it's always a 30% chance of anything, 20%, 30% chance. So I wished I would have became a weather person because you can never be wrong.
I was walking outside today. I was like, how is it this nice? It's 60 degrees outside. It feels great outside right now. And then yesterday, it's just 60-mile-per-hour winds.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
crazy.
Something going on. They did let out a movie. Sometimes they put things in movies. The government will put things in movies. And then down the road, you'll be like, oh, we got this technology. You not seen this in a movie like 10 years ago. But that Geostorm movie, where they control of the weather and stuff like that. I don't know.
It's just Wisconsin weather.
You think it? No. How long you been living in Wisconsin?
Long enough. It's changed.
Well, long enough. What? 2 months? How long you been?
Got 2 months.
3 months now. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, come on now. Well, look, when we come back, we got some callers on the line. Hey, so anybody notice how cold it's getting? It's cold without the snow. It's colder than it ever been in the wintertime without no snow on the ground. I'm free. I've got bone chilling. I feel my bones freezing at this point.
It's 60 degrees outside.
No, I'm talking about not today. I'm talking about just within the last, couple weeks, like when it get cold outside.
But isn't that just April in Wisconsin?
See, here
That's
we
what
go.
Everybody tells me.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one question. Just answer the question. How long you been living here?
9 months.
Okay, so I've been living here my whole life. Okay, I mean you disqualified from answering the question. We got Sandra. We got Sandra. How you doing? How you doing, Queen?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Blessings, Queen. What's on your mind?
I was listening to you talk about the weather. Now, I like to watch the weather channels because they keep you informed, and then you go to places like, you go in the South, you might see a lot of tornadoes, more than we get, hurricanes, all of that, volcanoes in the other countries. So I think it could be a mixture of stuff because you got all these different weather patterns that's going on, hurricanes, and then they said it takes forever for our lake to warm up. And by the time it warm up, it's time for winter time to come again. But I was raised here too. Yeah, and I'm 77, and we used to have some cold weather. I swear we did. We used to have a lot of snow because that's how I made my little chump change. And it used to snow. Okay. And I mean, we freeze. We couldn't take no bus. We had to walk to school. I walked from 10th and Burleigh to West Division.
What?
And then I walked from 10th and Burleigh. Yeah, 10th and Burleigh to Rufus King, because I went to Rufus King for a while, and then I went to West Division for a while. And I had to walk. It was cold in the winter. I mean, everything be freezing. But really, this is kind of warmer now.
Oh, you said it feels more warm now?
Yes.
Okay, so you saying you feeling the effects of what they say, global warming?
Could be global warming, and then the pollution that's being put in the air. You know, we used to have these factories and stuff that put all that garbage in the air, and they said kids are suffering from asthma and all that stuff. So, okay, that's what I call for.
All right, well, thank you for tapping in. Everybody got they did. One person said, Andrew, that it was the space shuttle. Sandra said it's just the weather's just getting warmer. It's warming up. It's probably global warming. I'm saying somebody pushing the button, messing up. They need to be fired.
Tori's saying, give me another blanket.
Yeah, I mean, they need to be fired. Like, whoever messing with the weather, and if it's somebody, I don't know, if it's somebody that is in control of the weather, I'll pay you to make it like 2 weeks at 80 degrees. 2 weeks, 80 degrees, how much it costs. And look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Want to save money on energy bills? With free tools from We Energies, you're in control. Manage your energy use with easy tips, earn rebates on home upgrades, calculate your energy use, create savings goals, view and compare bills, and more. With We Energies, the energy info you need is at your fingertips. Save your way at WeEnergies.com/simple savings or download the app. We Energies. Simple steps, real savings.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets at tacoandtequilafestival.com.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions? Yeah, of course. Do you have any pets? Yes, we have a dog. Great. Do you have a pool outside? Nope, just a big old backyard. Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home? Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access. Awesome. Yeah. Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Brewers beginning 3-game homestand tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Manager Pat Murphy on Jackson Churio and Andrew Vaughn as they start their rehab assignments.
They both look like they could play right now, but we got to go through all the steps. I think they'll be off to rehab assignments and hopefully back very soon. Yelich is a little further behind than that, but he's progressing very, very well.
Chad Patrick starts tonight for Milwaukee at 6:40 first pitch. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on our sister station, WTMJ. And Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur is excited about the 6 players the team picked in last week's NFL draft. LaFleur on rookie minicamp starting this week.
It's more of an onboarding process for our guys, get them in, get them acclimated to the building, get them acclimated to their coaches.
This True Sports Updates powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get on up. I don't know if y'all know who this man is. Y'all probably been under a rock, or you just been watching CNN, Fox News, or MSNBC. But there's a whole lot of people who know who this man is. You know what? Matter of fact, I think I better let him introduce himself. Yeah, I'm Tory Lowe.
101.
I've been out in the streets for the people.
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Tory Lowe and Andrew right here in the studio. Hey, Andrew, it's a lot going on in the pop culture world. I heard that they making the Django.
Yeah.
And Zorro. I thought this was fake news at one point.
No, this is legit, Tori, and this is going to be good. They got permission from Quentin Tarantino because Django is, of course, played by Jamie Foxx. That's a Quentin Tarantino character. They're allowing them to kind of cross over now. And it's in the works. They're writing the script right now. And the thought right now is, according to the internet, Jamie Foxx might come back to play Django.
So they're crossing the Django with Zorro.
Yeah. Then
two different time periods.
And it's going to be great.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I mean, I understand. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But Zorro in a movie about slavery.
Yeah.
The Django.
Yeah.
On the plantation. Free black man on the plantation.
I think it's going to come after that, but yeah.
Okay, so was Zorro around that time?
Kind of.
I mean, where was Zorro, like, when they made the movie? Where, was it around slavery? Could they have actually met
in quote real life? Here's your problem. I think you're too rooted in reality right now.
Okay, because that's the only way I can look at this. Because now you got the Django who was a slave, because he did in the movie he was a slave.
He was, yes.
Okay, so now he didn't mess around and caught up with Zorro.
Yes. So here's the deal.
So how old is he now? Like, I'm just saying.
All right. In the comic book, because this is what this all comes from, there's a comic book where Zorro and Django cross over, Tori, and that's where this entire inspiration is coming from to make a live-action movie from this. I don't know the age, quote-unquote, of where Django is going to be in his life post-freeing,
Reginald says Zorro was like 1830s.
So this would make sense. I mean, similar in time period, kind of. I think that you're too rooted in reality here. I think you're looking for a period piece, and I don't think that's what this is going to be.
Okay, so this slave that was shown how to shoot.
Yeah.
Now gonna hook up with Zorro.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like the Lone Ranger to me. It sounds like the Lone Ranger. Like,
are you? So what do you wear? Are you
with
worried?
Tonto?
Yeah, with Tonto.
So Zorro would be like Tonto.
I would, yeah. Why not?
So this is just like the Lone Ranger, but it's just the Django and the Zorro.
Yeah, I don't see a problem. So you seem pretty down on this.
Yeah, because it just, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's the plot here.
Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know the plot, right? We don't know anything yet. This is still very much in the ether. We're just now getting a writer connected.
Here we go.
Tori, you're very poo-poo on this. I'm surprised.
Yeah, because it just, I'm a big Django fan, so don't mess it up.
No, I mean,
I'm just saying. I understood. I got an AI video with inspired by the Django.
Yeah, I love Django too, but I think that you're too. You're too you're looking at this too pragmatic.
I'm looking at it like a man that tried to fight to break people free from slave. Now with Zorro, what was Zorro? What was he? He was like Hispanic.
He's Hispanic, yeah.
Okay, he was Hispanic and he was putting like the Z on people's underwears and stuff like that.
Wow, the chest, but yeah.
Come on. It's like it's.
You just don't want the crossover. You don't.
I don't like the crossover.
Okay, you don't want Zorro around. That's fine. I understand. I get it.
I don't like the. I don't like. It's just. I'm not excited about this.
All right. Well, I'll say this.
I'll watch it on Netflix or something. I'll wait till it come out. Yeah, I'll watch it on the streaming service.
Yeah, and that's what
it's kind of like when Eddie Murphy came back, and I think he did that last Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, okay.
It was trash. Like I was excited when I was a kid. I was excited to see Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and trading places. I was all in. Then I guess when he started coming back out and dealing with Netflix, he made the Beverly Hills Cop, the remake, and it was trash.
What do you think of Coming to America too?
It was trash. I mean, it was. I don't know.
It was never as good as the original.
No, it was never. Some things you need to just let be. Now I watched it because I'm a huge fan. My fandom made me watch it. But if I'd have knew, it was gonna be. It just now I don't even watch Coming to America no more. Like
You don't watch the original more?
No, I used to watch it all the time to get a laugh. But after I seen that last one, how they ended it, and then I don't even think to watch it no more.
So this makes more sense. Now we're getting some dots connecting here because you're saying if they ruin it with this Django Zorro, you don't want to not be able to watch Zorro or not watch Django again. I get it now. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. I'm still holding out hope. Tarantino's not going to be directly involved, but it's his characters, obviously. I think it's going to be a good movie. I think that you're pessimistic, and that's fine. But I think it'll be okay.
Somebody says, Reginald says, as a matter of fact, the territory of Texas was still Mexico at the time, and the Battle of Alamo was over. The issue of slavery.
Yes,
the Mexicans said it wasn't happening.
Yes.
So Zorro was at the Battle of Alamo?
No, he was not.
Okay.
No, it was not. Zorro was not at the Battle of the Alamo.
Now that'd have made it.
You'd be interested in that? Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I mean. I saw Zorro, so I see no free to slavery concept in Zorro.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Okay, so
you're correct.
But if now what Reginald said, I mean, if it was like that where he was going around, then I'd probably be like, okay, that's beastie. That's good. That's a great. That's a great combination.
They need to call Tori Lowe and get him in the writer's room for this movie so that it'll turn out okay. That's what I'm hearing here. That's fine. All right. Do you want to pivot, talk a little football?
Let's talk some football.
So do you remember Adam Gase?
Yes.
Do you remember his introductory press conference?
I don't remember it word for word, but I do remember
I put a photo up on the screen here of Adam Gase during the introductory press conference, okay? A lot of people saw that, Tori, and they were like, hey, something's kind of off about that Adam Gase guy, okay? Well, Le'Veon Bell gave us a little bit of background. So the former NFL running back came out on a podcast and said that he walked in on his former head coach, Adam Gase, when he was with the New York Jets, doing a little of the booger sugar. A little bit of the cocaine.
Really?
Bit of coke, yeah.
Sniffing them lines.
Multiple times, according to Le'Veon Bell. Multiple times. On one episode, this past Sunday.
Cocaine coach.
He said he was the worst coach, the dumbest coach he's ever had. He said.
And now he's the head coach of the Jets now?
No, he's not anymore. He was very, very quickly fired from that. He was an assistant coach last year for the Los Angeles Chargers. Gase went 9-23 in his time with the Jets, Story. Kind of makes some sense if he was on the snow.
Wow.
Wild stuff.
Okay, so if you're telling me the management don't know him, if Le'Veon Bell can walk in on him snorting lines, you telling me the organization didn't know he was a crack? Was a
crackhead?
Basically a crackhead.
Yeah.
Coaching the team.
Look, there's a lot of things that go on in professional sports, Tori. A lot of times people look the other way. And if you're a good head coach and you're doing those late nights, maybe coffee isn't your number one choice. I could see a organization that looks the other way. But Adam Gase went 9-23. I don't think anybody's looking the other way on 9-23.
No, I don't. I don't even see how he had a career this long.
You know those deals. You get a head coaching job, you have a job for life.
Well, I'll tell you this. Some coaches, I believe, and I didn't want to believe this, but I believe some coaches come in and tank the team.
Yeah. They try to do that to my guy,
They come in to tank the team so they can get the draft picks.
They try to do that to my guy Brian Flores in Miami. You remember that? They gave him the worst team imaginable, and then he was trying to win games. They fired him. Brian Flores, when he was with the Dolphins.
Yep, sure did.
Awful stuff. Now he's a defensive coach for the Minnesota Vikings. No big deal.
Here we go.
But I'm just saying, he got blackballed by the league because of that. Can't get a head coaching job. Can't get an interview because he sued the league over his departure from the Dolphins. But back to Gase. So Le'Veon Bell had a bunch of productive seasons with the Steelers before he went to the Jets. He was awful as a New York Jet. Do you think some of that plays in? Maybe some of these accusations come because Gase never can figure it out?
I'll tell you this. When you talk about drugs, when you talk about the league, I remember one time they said Brett Favre had a drug problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was on painkillers.
And he was one of the best quarterbacks ever. As far as Iron Man football, never missed a game. But now we know why. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying is the game that we see that's marketed to us, I would love to see what's going on behind the scenes. They try to make shows like that on HBO. What really goes on behind the scenes with football and athletes and the groupies and the wives and the brain injuries and things that go on behind it. It's nasty. We get marketed the $1 million product But underneath all of that is coaches like this doing cocaine to try to stay up all night to try to, get this football team where it need to be. So
didn't work.
Le'Veon Bell ain't all too clear either. So
no, it didn't work for Adam Gase either.
Here we go. Well, look, when we come back, I guess Ray J saying he slept with over 11,500 women. Ray J. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's a spring thing, Milwaukee. Join us Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Embassy Center MKE, 3725 North Sherman Boulevard. This free family community resource fair is for ages 0 to 100. Get free diapers, baby wipes, groceries, haircuts while supplies last. Don't miss baby food prep classes and powerful maternal health speakers, Bishop Walter Harvey and Dalvery Blackwell. Doors open at 10:30. Come early. It's a spring thing. Don't miss it.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
This is The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Mask on. Heard that siren. Oh, he don't back down. Nah. Heard him whisper in the hallway. They don't come round our way. Then I seen Tory on that crosswalk, clipboard, bullhorn, all face. North side, south side, same fight. He be in the crowd, not the stage lights. Picking up names from the gravestones, turning lost sons into brave ones. Yeah, he ain't fly in the big black car. He walk blocks till his knees feel scarred. Camera in his face still rocks off.
Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Tory Lowe and Andrew in studio. I guess Ray J says he has slept with over 11,500 women.
Tory, it's our two favorite people. It's Ray J and it's Cam Newton talking on a podcast.
Here we go.
Let's hear a clip.
So you went on a podcast recently stating that you have slept with 11,500 women.
I did a booby trap party when I reached 10,000.
What?
Yeah. So we did a celebration, booby trap, celebrated my 10,000. I had about 400 or 500 girls that I supported. It was a massive parade.
You're talking about different partners.
10,000. I think, yeah, a little bit more now.
Different partners.
What you mean?
Like, this could go for how many times you've had sex. But
No. These are 10,000 different people.
You said 11.
It's at like 12.5 now.
Lot to get into here, Tori. So first things first. Do you believe 11, 5,
I don't
12?
I don't believe it. I just think Ray J is shock value at this point. And he's been in Hollywood. He's been around, I guess, you might as well throw in Whitney Houston in this, and the Kardashians. I mean, it's Ray J and, it's entertainment. But at the same time, how many times have he visited Planned Parenthood?
Oh.
And what does his mind chart look like at this point? Like, I'm just saying, like, if you had, intimate ideas going on with 11,500 women, were you using protection this whole time? Or, I just think that, people glorify being intimate with people, but it's a real side to being intimate with people that they don't really even talk about.
The J and Ray J would be for Junior, right?
It's beyond reproduction. It's like you got STDs, you got, I deal with a lot of the real stuff that goes on with this type of talk. And I'm going to tell you right now, ain't no way Ray J is doing anything like this.
Absolutely not. And we've been debating this all day behind the scenes, Tori. Us in the truth sphere, talking to other teammates and stuff like that. And it's been pretty much split 50-50 down the middle. Me being on the side of reason, and then the rest of our teammates being on the side of fiction here. Because a lot of people are saying, well, if you start at 14, 15, 16, that's like 2 a day. Plus, he's 47 right now. My thought is this. The Wilt Chamberlain number is 20,000. That's the number that he put in.
And that's estimated. They estimated that number.
And that number, according to his memoir, was very inflated, right? But we have Wilt Chamberlain's accidental children walking around. Like, there's people who walk around who are products of that. I don't believe this for 1 nanosecond, Tori. This is absolutely
right. And he was just on some of these streaming services doing weird stuff, trying to get attention, trying to keep attention on him. Ray J has mastered how to keep his name
in the mix.
In the mix without making good music. Okay, so that's with what we have now is social media. You got to say the most outrageous things now to keep in the algorithm. And this is what he's doing. And he knows how to do that. Ray J knows that he has mastered how to market himself outside of the entertainment industry, as far as like you don't never hear him talking about he got an album rolling out. You don't never hear him talking about none of that no more. Now it's all drama. He works with the Zeus Network. He got a couple shows that he developed over there. So he's just into this drama culture, and that's what he is now. He's just walking around just talking outlandish things, creating drama.
You know how I feel about Cam Newton. Cam Newton has said some of the most outlandish, crazy things that I've ever heard in my life. The fact that Cam Newton had to be the voice of reason in this interview, Tori, and let me tell you, we got 45-second clip from this. There's like a 4-minute clip where they're going back and forth about these numbers, and it is like insane. Cam Newton.
Cam thinks he's in probably the range where he seems like he wants to hit the 10,000 mark. As far as the way he talk, he said a couple wild things, but at the same time, I think that him and Ray J kind of got the same look at when it comes to female. They kind of share the same mentality, yeah.
Not great. Not great for anybody, Tori. Not happy about any of this. No, I worry about both these guys, and I worry about Ray J because it does seem like he's kind of he's on the other side of insanity on this point. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, like I said, people will believe him because he's been around the Kardashians. His sister is Brandy. Like, he's in the mix.
Yeah, he is in the mix.
He's in that LA mix, like where he's popular in LA. So people will listen to this.
All right. Well, speaking about it being in the mix and on that West Coast stuff, Tori, Klay Thompson, his Dallas Mavericks are out of the playoffs. His ex-girlfriend now has quit her day job. Megan Thee Stallion was on some theater run that she was on. She quit that because of this breakup. But the hits just keep coming for Clay because now the Etsy witches are after him, Tori.
What?
Witches are now cursing Klay Thompson.
What?
Because of his cheating scandal on Megan Thee Stallion. Quote, Clay will go bald and lose all his games. They're putting curses on our guy.
Why would they put a hex on him because he broke up with Megan Thee Stallion?
Because he cheated on Megan Thee Stallion. This is not good, Tori. These Etsy witches, I'm telling you, man, you do not want to mess
And how do we
with,
know he cheated on Megan Thee Stallion?
Because she said it and he confirmed it.
Why are people running to social media putting their business out there on social media?
You got to let the leeches know, Tori. When you got to...
Oh, wow. You said you got to let the leeches know?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
These are all parasocial relationships, Tori. Everybody is very, parasocial to Megan, the way that they did.
How come you just can't wish him the best? I mean...
No, never.
Okay, well...
Happiness in this world? No.
What I heard was she got a nice little body count going.
Now, does
that matter?
Okay.
On the Clay side, I'm talking about on the Clay side. They were saying that most of these women that have these kind of high-profile relationships, several high-profile relationships, Megan, several high-profile relationships, it was just his turn. And now it's somebody else's turn.
Now, let me tell you, I cannot divulge anything, Tori, because she is a Houston legend. And as a proud Texan, I cannot besmirch Megan Thee Stallion. But I will say... You have a point.
Here we go.
You do have a little bit of a point there, Tori. It is one of those things. And look, you shouldn't cheat on anybody, but you also should not care as much as people care to put a curse on Klay Thompson. And let me tell you, as a balding man, that's the meanest thing anybody could say. Who cares about losing on your games? To wish him ill, to wish his hairline. He's got a good hairline.
He already got how many injuries did he have to his career where he's basically a journeyman at this point?
He is a journeyman yes.
So he's already been somebody already probably put the hex on him already. His career's basically over.
Sounds like he's gonna be a Milwaukee Buck next year.
What? Oh wow.
I'm just saying, he said he's not gonna stay in Dallas.
Here we go. Well, like I said, I wish everybody the best. Like I said, all of this extra that's going on with these relationships is too much. Everybody is going to deal with each other. They weren't like high school sweethearts.
Yes.
So, okay. I didn't see a ring in the situation, so.
Yeah, I think Clay's all ringed out.
You think how many times have Clay been engaged before? 4 times?
He's got 4 championship rings. I don't think he has any
okay. Oh, you talking about he's married to the game. Okay, well, all right, well. That's it for the Pop Culture Report. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got guests. Stay locked in.
Truth Nation, tune in this week for your chance to win tickets to Tacos and Tequila Fest live from Franklin Field Saturday, May 30th with performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco, vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art, installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Nice people get applause. Oh, that was a thoughtful thing to say. It's like when you ask somebody a question and the person repeats back to you, good question. They're being nice, but kindness earns respect. Being nice pleases people. Being kind improves them, and that difference, the one personal strength you should always have, character.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 to 6, live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good, because today I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Low Show. And Truth Nation, I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears. I had a woman that reached out to me, and she said that after she heard us talk about the situations that was going on with males drugging their wives and things like that, and all of the things that happen to women in this world, she reached out with her story about how she was in the city of Milwaukee and she was assaulted by a stranger, somebody she didn't know, and she went through a horrible experience of trying to get it rectified. And to this day, the situation had not been rectified. And this happened in 2010. And when she told me that the kit that they took, the rape kit, is no longer in existence, I had to have you come on the show. Truth Nation, we got Ellen Neal.
Correct.
We got Ellen Neal right here in the studio. How you doing?
I'm good.
Bless us, Queen. Now, you reached out after you heard one of the stories from the show.
Yes.
What made you reach out?
Really God to me. Just as I've been, it's hard walking around these streets and you don't know if this man is looking at you or you walking past or anything like that. You never know. So it's the close of it. I want it to be closed so I can go ahead and move on. Whatever it is, catch this person or let me know what happened to my stuff. So
you've been waiting for answers
since 1991.
Wow. You've been waiting for answers for this, and you call every day, or you call every other day.
Every year.
Every year to try to get an update.
Yeah.
And I know this may be difficult, but can you tell us kind of what happened to you?
1991, I was 21. My son, he was 2. I had a 2-year-old son. And I lived off of 19th and Free Branch. We were walking to the store. It was a nice, warm March day. Walking to the store. There's an alley behind the Atkinson Library. I'm going to the store, and I'm not sure what the store was called now, but it's where Gallus is now. I see a man running towards me. He catches me, puts a knife to my throat, hands around me, grabs me, and starts walking me back to an alley. I end up in this field, and it's back then is where all the public buses were held around that somewhere. And so this man repeatedly rapes me in front of my son.
In front of your son? So your son was there?
He was there watching.
What?
And so I had to remain calm as possible to get through that situation. And then I don't know how I found my way back home, but once I got back to where I was, immediately called the police. I did everything I was supposed to. Go to the hospital, do the rape kit. Police are called. They take everything. I do all my steps I'm supposed to do, what it was required of me to do. There's no follow-up. Now I'm just with this situation, and now I got to deal with it. When I call to get the kits and see what happened to my information, or if this person's going to be arrested or whatever, I always get the runaround. It's never the same answer, or they take my name or something, but if they don't call me back or get to me. And this is the Milwaukee Police Department Special Crimes Unit, because I call that all the time. So to this day, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where my stuff is. I don't know if they caught this man. They took DNA samples. They took all. They did the swabs and everything they're supposed to do, but I have no clue.
Okay, so usually when a state investigates, a lot of the kids have to deal with the state. Why? I think when we were talking, I think you said something happened with your kid in particular.
Yeah, so at one time, one of the answers were it was housed at Aurora Sinai Hospital, and it either flooded or the storage, something was wrong with the storage. They didn't know where the files were. Then it comes out how the kits were not tested at all. Now they don't know where the kits are. They don't know where these kits are.
What?
I don't even know.
Not only yours, it's multiple kits.
It's over 6,000. It's over.
What?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And when did the news come out that these kits were mishandled?
Now, I heard about it in 2018. This lady called me. Miss Phillips was her name. She called me from, I can't remember the name, but she called me and let me know that I was a part of this group and that these kits were missing. They were trying to figure out where they were. And then on the TV, it's the race for Supreme Court. Now these ads are coming out about this man. I gotta look up his name. Schmiel. I can't say his name.
Zimmel?
Zimmel.
Okay.
How he lost these kits, or he said he did all this stuff, but he only actually did 9 kits out of these 6,800 or something like that. And so
he wasn't even looking through the kits.
Didn't even look for them. Nobody did anything. They're just sitting there. They're just sitting there. And I know it's people. You have to go through so much just to you have to go through so much afterwards. And so we did our part. Where's your part? Where's your part?
So you're saying that the system failed you, basically.
Very much so.
And not only you, it sounds like thousands.
Thousands. Because I think it was almost 400,000, really, since 2010. Since 2010.
Wow.
That they know about.
Now, have you talked to some of the other women, or you're just kind of just in a space where you're just calling to make sure that the person that have done this to you can be held accountable? But how many women may not even know that their rape kits have been mishandled?
And mine's from 1991. So wait, before that, I don't know. Since then.
Now, when you talk about waking up every day and trying to make sure that you do your part and they're not doing theirs. Have you called a state representative? Have any elected official? Have you reached out to try to see, okay, what's going on here? Maybe, LaTanya Johnson, maybe Lena Taylor.
No, I've never thought to do that. I've only thought to just make sure I keep calling every year. And, this year I can handle it. So I'll be doing that. It's something to do, and it's new for me to do, but I'm going to do that.
How has this affected your life? How has it affected your ability to move forward?
Fear took over. I couldn't leave my house. I was stuck in my house. I've been stuck in my house over 20 years. I've been stuck in my house.
20 years.
Yeah.
You just don't even want to go outside.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was that fear. I couldn't, and I lived by fear. I did. And so, like, today I'm just taking my fear back. Like, I'm no longer afraid. It's just, I didn't have the resources that I should have had personally. And so.
Well, I see you brought a support person with you today.
I did.
How you doing?
Good.
Mo
Rama. Yep.
Mo Rama.
Mo Rama.
Mo Rama is in the studio with you, and when we come back from break, I want to run a break, but when we come back, I want to talk to you, Mo Rama, because this has been going on for a long time. And salute to you for coming in and being a support for her, because many times people don't have the support going through a lot of this. So when we come back, I want to hear how you are able to kind of push forward with the support that you have. Okay. Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy: don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flysshf.org and ask for an application.
A huge month of Brewers baseball kicks off with the battle against the Yankees Friday, May 8th through Sunday, May 10th. Catch the crew for half off with Wisconsin First Friday game tickets on Friday the 8th. Plus, Mother's Day Sunday is the perfect game to bring the whole family with new kids experiences every Sunday. Plus, the first 10,000 fans over the age of 21 get a Brewers picnic blanket at the Mother's Day game, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Score your tickets at Brewers.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's for the lost ones. Milwaukee, I hear you. Front lines,
King Tory Low. I see the pain in my city, I can't close my eyes. Too many mothers still crying from the homicide. They say be strong, but they don't feel it deep inside. So I speak for the ones who ain't got a voice to cry. Oh, I've been walking through the fire trying to make it right. Praying God keep me covered every single night. Oh, if I fall, just remember what I sacrificed. I was fighting for my people, trying to bring the light. Yeah.
101, 7 The Truth. Tory Low Show. Look, we got guests in the studio. We got a Milwaukee woman. Ellen Neal says that she was raped by a person walking down Atkinson, and this was in 1991. And 1991. And she's been calling every year trying to investigate and trying to get justice. And now she has came up with the information or found out the information that her actual rape kit is nowhere to be found. No. So she reached out after some conversations we had last week, and now she's here. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
And you got a support person with you.
Yes, my sister.
Your sister?
Yes.
When you talk about support, how do you come together and try to rationalize the ability to move forward, Morima?
She did a lot on her own. The first thing to be able to do as support is to understand. This my sister, right? But this my sister-in-law. I was dating her brother back then, and when it came to talking about it, she didn't come to me then, but I'm aware. And so understanding that when, talking to her, communicating with her, being around her, just interacting with her, knowing that that's something, you know what I mean, in the back, and being available to talk. Over the years, we wasn't that close, but over the last, I want to say, like 10 years, we've been having deeper conversations and stuff, and when she's ready to share stuff, I am the person that she was talking to. And I would, give whatever little advice or whatever, or ask her something she need me to do, and she's real big on getting where she needs to be herself, getting where she needs to deal with different things on her own. And when she comes back to me and she's talking to me about what she's been doing or what she's, things she's dealt with, different stuff like that, I'm there to listen. I'm there to support. I'm there to give advice or suggestions if that's what she wants, because that ain't always what somebody wants. Sometimes they just need you to hear.
And listen.
Exactly. Sometimes they just need you. They need a hug. They need you to sit in a room with them.
Go get something to eat.
They need you to sit up till 3 o'clock in the morning talking like we did last night. But that's for me. That's what it is. Being there and understanding and having compassion, and at the same time, you would be surprised at how many women can relate to sexual assault, sexual abuse that ain't talked about.
I'll say this. Many times when we talk about stories that, when I brought the story up about men online or looking to date rape or just do things to this is your husband, this is your partner. If that is happening within the just relationship community, what's going on outside of that?
Yeah.
That's not being talked about. In your situation, you said you kind of went in the shell.
Very much.
For years.
For years. Afraid of everything. Big chicken about everything.
And so when did you start feeling the need to say, okay, I gotta get out here. I gotta make some noise?
Within the last 2 years, but actually this year, I'm in therapy, and so I just keep going forward. You do the work if you want to do the work. You know, you want to make yourself better, you're going to figure out every way to make yourself better. And so it took many years. This is a whole process, but I'm here today. I'm here and confident with myself today. So
Your son was there.
my son was there,
How old is he now?
37.
How was he affected from that situation, watching his mom dealing with a situation, a horrible situation? And where is he? What is he doing? How did that affect his life?
He is he remembers. For a long time, he remembered, but he didn't know what that was. It's two. He didn't know what it was happening.
Right.
It's two. When he turned 18, I told him exactly what happened.
Wow.
I waited till he turned 18, and then I told him. And so we talk about it. We talk about it openly. And so he's okay with it. But I kind of raised him not to be afraid, but I was afraid. So I kind of raised him in fear. I did. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't do that. In that type of way. It's not what he is today. He's a strong person.
Right.
He's so strong today. But just that, I don't know how it really affected him as a kid. I wasn't really aware and didn't have the tools to really ask
you were
at
going
the time. Yeah. And so, but now we talk about it, and he's okay. He makes me stronger. He talks to me about it, and it gets me to open up more. But he told me he was proud of me today for being here today.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Now, moving forward, I'm going to help, assist, try to gather if there are any more women with these kids that were mishandled. We got to gather these people because it seems like thousands of women are waiting for justice that probably won't get justice now because the evidence is gone.
Yeah. You're walking around here. You do that every day. This person might be the person, or how do you know me, and that kind of stuff, you know.
Wow. Anything that you want the community to know, like as far as like, what do you need from the community to help you in your journey for justice?
If anybody's gone through this, I would definitely like them to reach out and let's talk. If you are going through this and you feel like you're by yourself, you're not. Whatever's in your heart and they didn't give you the tools to get better, figure out a way for yourself. Find some type of therapy. It's all kind of free therapy. But just talk about it with somebody, and then maybe that somebody has a suggestion for you to do something else. And instead of sitting there and just in it, let somebody else help you in that kind of way.
Okay, well, Marima, I would love for you to give some closing words for this type of situation and being the support.
It's in the middle. I couldn't do nothing but piggyback off of what she said. At the end of the day, it's hard living in fear because of something that happened to you specifically. Just looking out at everything that's going on, living in fear is one thing. But living in fear because of something that happened to you, can't nobody make that go away. And you have to somehow find a way to look at how this event has affected your life, how you've lived your life because of that thing, and decide that you don't want to be in that space no more. And then start reaching out, seeking tools and people to help pull you up out of that space or help you navigate it or support you while you do all the work yourself. But
we got 5707 in the talk to text. Says, Tori, what about the Me Too group? Maybe they can help. It's 35 years later. Maybe they know how to attack this.
So I don't know too much about the Me Too other than what I saw on the TV.
Well, you know, the Me Too movement, they kind of pick and choose the celebrity ideas. They only go if high profile stuff. But maybe it's a group that's out here that can kind of just go after the rape kit idea and help gather more information on the women that were looking for justice and never, or potentially may never get it.
Yeah. Only person I really could think about the group is the Sojourner Truth House.
Sojourner Truth.
Sojourner Truth. Maybe I could start there. I just know they advocate.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to assist with trying to gather everybody that's been negatively affected from the rape kits. I want to see how many people we can gather. This is since 1991.
1991, 25 years later.
25 years. Somebody in the chat was like 35, but
okay.
I'll say this. However long it is, it's too long.
Yeah.
And how many people don't even know about the kits? You didn't find out until 2018.
Right.
Wow.
2018.
Well, I appreciate you for coming through. And as we move forward, we'll work and see what can we do. And we're going to try to see if we can get you some answers.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for having the courage to come on the show today.
Thank you.
That's powerful.
Thank you.
All right, look. Powerful. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets at tacoandtequilafestival.com.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage. Because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Brewers beginning a 3-game homestand tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Manager Pat Murphy on Jackson Chourio and Andrew Vaughn as they start their rehab assignments.
They both look like they could play right now, but we got to go through all the steps. I think they'll be off to rehab assignments and hopefully back very soon. Yelich is a little further behind than that, but he's progressing very, very well.
Chad Patrick starts tonight for Milwaukee at 6:40 first pitch. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on our sister station, WTMJ. And Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur is excited about the 6 players the team picked in last week's NFL draft. LaFleur on rookie minicamp starting this week.
It's more of an onboarding process for our guys. Get them in, get them acclimated to the building, get them acclimated to their coaches.
This True Sports Updates powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe. Yeah. On the block by the courthouse. Phone ring, he already know. Mama crying in the hallway. Who gon' speak? She say, Tory Lowe. North side, south side. Same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Advocate, Tory Lowe. He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. From the hood to the front row. If you hurt, say the word, he gon' stand 10 toes. Advocate, Tory Lowe. Every step, every march, he be in that snow. When it rain, when it cold, if you stuck in the dark, he gon' pull you home. Yeah, seen him out by the lakefront, bullhorns, voice cut through the breeze. Say your name on repeat. Got the babies marching in the streets. He don't talk like them suits talk. He talk like your cousin on the phone. Where you at? Drop the pin, I'm there. Never leave the people on their own. Advocate, Tory.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, we got Dan Lucen in the studio from Midwest Gaming Classic. The Classic was amazing this year. I was out there, me, my son, Andrew. It was powerful, Dan.
Yeah,
we had a great experience. It was my first time.
Awesome.
When you was on the show and you was talking about it, now that I didn't had the experience,
yeah,
it was you could have been there all day and never got to everything that was available.
Yeah. Well, and you don't even have to play a game to have a great time.
You don't.
I think that I played maybe 2 balls of pinball total, so not even a full game.
Air hockey.
I feel like I had a blast.
Mario Brothers. We had played this Chinese arcade game. It was crazy. And that took up like a couple hours.
What was it? Do you know? What did you do?
I got it on video. We got it on video. We got a video.
I'm wondering if it's one that's actually in my warehouse right now.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, if you watch it as we broadcast live, I took a little sample of what the experience was. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, me, Andrew, and my son Troy was at the Midwest Gaming Classic this weekend. Let's watch this video.
Awesome.
Okay, this is your boy Tory Lowe. We out here at the Bears Center at the Midwest Game Classic 2026. We got Andrew. We got my son here. You know, he think he can test the games. I might have to play him in a couple games. We got Troy here. And I'm going to tell you this. This is a lot of games in here, gaming tables. You could get a game and play at the table. Like, this is the table. You got to play the games. His family's in here. She's the one that's right here that's giving up a lot of the games to the families. If you want to play any game, you can play. Any game. I'm talking about we got games from all across the country, all across the world, back here.
Super cool. This guy built his own droid. And watch him when he moves it around here in a second. You won't believe it. Look at this.
Oh, wow. And you built this?
Yeah. I'm part of
the R2 Builders Club.
Oh, wow.
And this is a nonprofit group of people all over the world who build replica Star Wars robots.
I don't know if you know how to play Tetris. You can move the blocks around. Look at this. Oh, this Mario. Don't mess this up. There were a lot of classic games this year at the 2026 Midwest Game Classic. But, you know, I had to show my son the old school way, the real way. Y'all young whippersnappers don't know what time it is. I beat him in a couple fighting games, and we played games from China that we have never seen. So overall, it was a great experience.
I don't see it yet. I'm on second.
All right, that's good, Andrew. They get the point. They get the point. I beat my son up in all of the fighting games, the old school fighting games.
Nice.
He used to these new technological games where they soft. And, you know, back in the day, you had to play Mortal Kombat. You had to play Street Fighter. You had to know A, B, up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
They soft now.
Yeah. Well, and it's every piece of it's different because back then a lot of the like social component of it was actually going to an arcade and meeting someone, and it kind of had to be tough because you had to like play it again and again and want to master it. Whereas now, if it's in your house, it's a little bit of a different thing. There's not as many fighting games that are popular in arcades because who's going to go to the arcade and spend $1 a play when they can buy the game at home for $50 and, you know, play it to their heart's content?
Well, now the arcade is the phone.
Right.
It has
to an extent.
I'm talking about, you know, the same stimulation.
Yeah, well, sort of, because arcades are super social. Right. When you go to an arcade, there's this whole ability to walk around and meet other people and interact with people. And sometimes you have to wait and stuff like that. Yeah. Right, whereas phones we kind of hide in a little bit more.
Okay, yeah.
And
they be in the room.
That's why
they be locked in the room on the phone. Yeah,
exactly. And I think that's why we don't actually have that many phone games come to Midwest Gaming Classic is because our experience is so social that you walk around and you just figure out what's going on. And so anytime that we're closing people into a certain thing, those do less because people want to just meet people at the show.
And also people dressed up. I seen Mega Man, Superman.
I have a funny story that you didn't see, but you got to go on and tell me who you saw.
No, I just saw all these different characters. We didn't play the whole video because we're on the radio. We only got so much time. But it was guys that were dressed up as characters from certain games, and they were just happy to be there. People were signing autographs. Mortal Kombat, some of the people from Mortal Kombat that played in the movie was signing autographs
Actually,
as well.
in the original game, the ones that were digitized.
Really?
Yeah, that's who they were.
Oh, wow.
So the person that I was laughing about when you said, like, people are dressed up as this, because I'm running around, I'm doing everything, I don't get to take many pictures of the show. But when I came across Amon Green of the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, dressed as Charmander, I was like, oh, dude, hold on. I actually need a picture of this.
We got a picture of this?
I got 2 of them on my phone,
wow.
So I'll give them to you afterwards if you want to look at them or hook them up online.
We can send them to Andrew. We're going to post it on the show.
Yeah, I will.
But the thing is, video games used to be where everybody used to gather around the game.
Yeah.
And have a good time. I remember.
And we still can.
I remember when I was playing Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Oh, yeah.
And that game, everybody in the neighborhood was gathering in one room because Mike Tyson was just a huge figure at that point.
Yeah.
He hadn't been beat by Buster Douglas yet.
Right.
And he was the game came out and everybody in the neighborhood was crammed in this one room.
Right. Well,
just to see.
That game is such a showcase, too, because you pick up on like little ticks from the other boxer or even in the crowd or whatever, and that's how you beat the levels. And the first time that you're watching someone else play that, it's almost like a performance thing where you're like, how are they doing this? How are they able to pull this off? And you slowly pick up on those tells. It's very much like boxing for a game that is so old and so... So, I mean, it was like almost perfect for a game of that era.
Barbara in the chat says, no Zelda. I'm just asking for a buddy of mine in the chat.
Oh, I guarantee that there was Zelda.
Oh, it was Zelda. It was definitely Zelda stuff there. But I also seen, like, at the tables, all of those games that from all across the world People can come and say, hey, I want to play that game.
Yes.
And they can sit down and play the game.
Yes.
And I seen people doing the Pokemon with the cards and all of that. It was just card games. It was anything you could think of, you can play that day.
Yeah, and again, what it really comes down to is that it's so easy to meet other people with games and to be at the same level no matter who you are. You can sit down and you can say, hey, let's play Pokemon, or hey, let's play Magic the Gathering, or hey, let's play pinball, or hey, let's play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, or whatever, and you're the same. It doesn't matter how different you are. It doesn't matter anything about what's gone on in your past, about who you are, about who you are looking at, about like anything like that. You're suddenly the same, and you can gain newfound respect for the other human across from you in that way, and you do it so quickly. And that it doesn't happen so often in regular experiences in life, and yet games can do that. And that's honestly the real reason that we put it on. People have been kind of coming to me for years, and like, especially with it being the 25th anniversary, and they were like, Dan, did you ever expect it to be like this? And I was like, no, I tried killing this thing. We shut it down for a year. Everybody else got us to bring it back because they wanted the communal piece to it. And that's really what it is. The community saved the show. This is the community show.
It was all community. And I'll say this. You could be there for 2 days and still never experience everything that's there.
Absolutely.
Like, I could have been there all day, and I still wouldn't have went through a third of it.
Yeah.
Because it's that many games. You said 40,000 people come out, in and out.
Yeah.
How many do y'all estimate came out this year?
We think that it's about that number, just a little bit north of it, probably. It actually, as funny as it is, it takes me a little bit to figure it out because we have to go through like different things, and then we have to figure out how many kids were there. And so I was literally moving trucks all the way until 7 p.m. last night. I woke up this morning to shuffle my warehouse because we've got some deliveries happening later this week, and finished shuffling my warehouse, came here. So I will be guaranteeing a number later in the week. I'm pretty certain it's above 40,000, and that's the biggest one that we've had. Last year was 36,000, so it's just a continual growth. And it's because, again, we're giving people that ability to get together and enjoy the community of each other in a way that it's hard to do with kind of anything else. You kind of need like that built-in background to do most things. And with games, you can sit down, and you're absolutely right. There's no way to do it all at our show. But if you sit down and you start interacting anywhere, someone's telling you a story, someone's saying, hey, what's your story in games? And you have a immediate connection.
Let me tell you this. We got the guy with the R2D2.
Yeah.
We trying to get, he's from Wisconsin. We want him on the show. We want to make a Tory Lowe like robot.
Yeah. Yeah. You should.
Andrew, he's trying to get the information on how to do a droid for the show.
R2 Low.
There you go. I like it.
So we on a mission right now.
And see, that's, again, kind of the main thing that happens with our show that's amazing is that you come across the thing that you didn't know existed, that you're like, whoa. And then you start talking to those people, and they invite you in because you share a passion.
Yes.
And so, like, there's a guy who brought a ton of games to our after party to give away. And it's because 5 years ago or 4 years ago, something like that, when he came to the show the first time, from what he's told me, he didn't know that people still made old games. And he saw it and he was like, that's so cool. And then the next year he came back and he was like, I need to ask everybody what they use for this. What's the software? What's this? And then the next year he came back and he showed them, hey, this is what I started making. And some of them said, let's work together. And now he says his best friends are people that he found at the show because they have this passion for doing this thing together. And again, doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, anything like that. You just show up and you're part of it. And we need more events like that. We need to remember that we're all
this was
human.
fun.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah.
This was people from all over the place that came together to have fun.
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
Awesome.
My son had a great time. Andrew enjoyed himself. I even got to, get in a Nintendo game. And like, I remember when we was playing Nintendo, we played it so much that we had to blow the cartridge.
Oh, yeah.
We had to blow and make it whistle.
Yep.
Did that actually work? Do that actually work?
Yeah.
Blowing in the game, does that work?
Supposedly it does to an extent, but then it eventually degrades the cartridges. But at first it creates a little bit of a wetness that creates a better bond. So it did work, but then eventually it makes it worse.
Eventually, if we was putting the game in the freezer,
Oh yeah.
To try to it was like a whole bunch of what you call superstition.
Oh yeah.
When it came to playing Nintendo, after a while, when it was brand new, it was cool. But after a while, we was putting games in the freezer.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. So
all right, so I got to ask you, what was your favorite thing that you did? Was it the droid or was it something else?
The favorite thing I did was play that last game that I never seen before with my son. And I can't even tell you the name of the game, but we played that game for like an hour.
What were you doing in it? I missed it on the video.
It was just a bunch of, we had to get through all these different stages and mazes and levels. Then we got to the final guy, and he just zapped both of us, and the game was over. And we just standing there at the game. We played that game for hours because it was free, so you didn't have to pay.
Yeah.
You didn't have to pay to play it.
Yeah.
So we got all the way up to the last guy. And my son, he didn't want to read the storyline, so he kept clicking the button, and we didn't even read the words. As soon as we went to battle, it was like a flash of lightning, and we was gone, and the game was over.
Yeah.
I said, you didn't even read the storyline. We probably missed something and got killed. So that was it. Then we had to leave after that. But like I said, that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just enjoying time with him. I don't play video games with him much.
Right.
Because
it's hard.
I grew out of it, but at that point we shared something that when I was his age, I was just a fanatic just like he was.
Yeah. Did you show him anything that you used to play?
Oh, the fighting games, Street Fighter.
Okay.
I beat him up. Andrew was there. Andrew, some of the guys from the gaming classic was there. They were making fun of him because I called him a young whippersnapper. And so, he couldn't beat me in none of the old school games. So I walked away undefeated then.
And then did he show you anything that he plays?
I don't think we had time to get to any of the modern ideas. Now, he played Roblox, though. And then he plays like Warcraft or something like that. And he plays all these games inside his phone.
Yeah.
With his buddies. I'm not a part of that.
Yeah. It's hard to kind of get into that.
I can't get into that world. They just sit there in the corner and just...
Yeah, a lot of it has grown beyond even console.
Well, Dan, amazing. Anything that you want people to know at this point when it comes to...
No, other than just
next year.
Yeah, next year.
Tickets on sale.
I mean, I guess I'm supposed to be like selling that we've got tickets on sale for next year, which we do. It's going to be April... 23rd through the 25th, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely making this my yearly. I'm definitely make this a yearly thing.
Excellent. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I just wanted to come in to see what you think of it. I always tell people that the magic for me as the organizer is that after people are like, what's your favorite part? And this always sounds kind of bad, but I'm like, after the show's over. And they're like, ah. And I'm like, no. It's because that's when I get to go and see the experiences that other people got to do. Like, I was in the background going, oh, wait, the sound's not working in this room. Let me race over there and fix it. Yeah. So I don't get to see it. And like seeing your video, I get to see a father and his son and his friend playing together and making bonds, and
talking crazy.
That's what it's all about.
I'm a trash talker.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, and so I'm here as less of a Midwest Gaming Classic shill, if you will, today, and more as just a guy who somehow has been thrown into something that I think is cool, and I want to check to see what you thought of it.
Well, thank you.
Because now we're friends because of gaming.
Yeah, of course, because that's the common bond.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody can be. The world would be a better place if we all connected.
Exactly.
Like how we connect through video games.
Exactly.
But I talk trash, though, all the time.
That's some of the most fun.
I'm going to have to get you, know what I mean? But after that, we can go get something to eat, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's part of the bond. That's part of what it is.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the experience. And you got to stop through. Like, if you got anybody interested from the Classic that lives in Wisconsin, have them come through.
Okay, I will. I'll pass that on.
Andrew.
And if there's anything that you want to talk about with games, I literally am here fixing the pinball machines once a week on average.
That's what's up.
Give me a call.
Most definitely. Oh, you in the family now.
Yeah.
Yeah, next year is gonna be bigger and better. I can't wait.
It sure will be.
I'm bringing more people too.
Yeah, maybe you can do a live stream there.
Let's try it. Let's get it on. I'm excited. Once again, Dan Lucen in the building from the Midwest 2026 Midwest Gaming Classic. We appreciate you for coming through.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Heard them bots talking, but they sounding real slow. We bout that action. Yeah. Locked in and ready to go. Yeah. Big steel toe soul. Advocate talk that 10 toes froze. March in the rain, whole block on hold. Flags in the air, but the ground stay cold. Chalk on the curb, name on the sign.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, I want to head over to New York. They're saying there was a third suspect in Jam Master Jay's murder, and he pled guilty. Third suspect in Jam Master Jay's murder changes plea to guilty. We got some video on this. We got some video on this Jam Master Jay's information. This is something that's interesting because Eric Shake James, the one that makes the Milwaukee shoe that just was on the show, Jam Master Jay and Run DMC was his mentors. Yeah. So we got news coming out of New York. Let's listen.
Nearly a quarter century after Run DMC's Jam Master Jay was shot to death in a Queens recording studio, one of the 3 men charged in his murder has changed his plea to guilty.
Jay Bryant admitting to a judge that he helped other people get into the building so they could ambush the DJ.
Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles was in court and has the latest.
I helped them kill Jason Mizell. These are the exact words used by Jay Bryant in a Brooklyn courtroom Monday morning. 23 years later, the 52-year-old is the first and only person to confess in taking part in the murder of hip-hop legend Jam Master Jay. Bryant telling the court, in 2002 in Queens, New York, I agreed with others who were known drug dealers and involved in a drug deal with Jason Mizell to possess and distribute more than 5 kilograms of cocaine. Bryant entering into a plea agreement with federal prosecutors just 1 week before he was scheduled to go to trial. His case severed from that of Ronald Tennard Washington and Carl Jordan Jr., Bryant later named a co-conspirator in 2023 in a superseding indictment for the firearm-related murder of Jason Mizell. This 3 years after the indictment of Washington and Jordan. In court, Bryant reading a short prepared statement. On October 30th, 2002, in Queens, New York, I helped them kill Jason Mizell by helping gain entry to the recording studio. I knew a gun was going to be used to shoot Jason Mizell. Prosecutors say on the day of Mizell's murder, Bryant opened a locked fire escape exit door to allow Jordan and Washington inside without being seen by the hip-hop mogul. The 52-year-old ending his allocution saying, I knew what I was doing was wrong and a crime. Bryant's stepfather supporting him for today's hearing, the 52-year-old giving him a thumbs up before leaving the courtroom. Yet he was the only family member to come to court today. Family and friends of Jam Master Jay did not attend.
Wow. You know, when we look at these situations where people lose their life, like Jam Master Jay and Nipsey Hussle, and you know, and a lot of these guys, you know, they have a deep attachment to the community, but then they lose their lives by somebody from that same community. A lot of people says this is why when you make it, you gotta distance yourself from the community or certain people in the community, because they'll work to tear you down eventually. Listen to what he said. He let somebody in the back door to do this. They knew it was a gun. They knew that he was good. He probably took a plea deal to get out if he threw the other 2 under the bus. So it sounds like he got a deal. He turned on the other 2, and he'll probably see the light of day sometime, and the other people involved will never probably see the light of day again. But once again, Jam Master Jay lost his life. They said it was some deal, a cocaine situation. You know, like I said, well, I guess we got justice. I guess we got somebody saying, hey, this is what happened. When the family can finally rest. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Truth Nation, tune in this week for your chance to win tickets to Tacos and Tequila Fest live from Franklin Field Saturday, May 30th, with performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco, vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty pageant, art, installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the #1 country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Until people come before profit. Until all energy is clean. Until the wild is truly free. Earth Justice will never rest. Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the planet and its people for nearly 50 years. Earth Justice has 150 full-time lawyers fighting in court for our planet's future and representing all clients free of charge. No one fights more cases on the environment than Earth Justice. And we win because these are fights we cannot lose. Until justice stands for all, Earth Justice will never rest. If you share our restless spirit and want to commit to fighting for a just and equitable future for everyone, go to earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Low, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Low from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Low Show. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Low Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Look, I guess we going on part 3 or part 4? Part 3 of the rental scam, the Milwaukee rental scam. We got updated information, Truth Nation. We got updated information on the rental scam. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's so many legs to this. We got Miss Morgan, who's been on top of this. We might have to get you in the investigative report.
Man.
You may have missed your calling.
Give me a job.
And I had women calling me, hit me up on social media that watched the YouTube live on social media, and they've been clipping these characters and posting them on their page.
Yes.
One person reached out to me and said, Tory, I'm thankful that y'all did this story because we just trying to get a place to stay, and these people are taking advantage of people.
Yes.
And so, hey, you may have missed your calling. You could have been a detective. You could have been an investigative reporter. Maybe even an attorney, you know. But what I'm saying is you have been on top of this since you were a victim of this scam.
Yes.
$2,800.
Yes.
That you didn't have to do. Yes. Now we got pictures. Andrew, I don't even know if you can line up all the pictures. I don't think the goon mama said that the goon that we had put on social media.
That was my apology.
Yeah, I guess I guess
it was a guy with dreads, but I guess apparently it wasn't our goon that we assumed.
Right. So
I do apologize.
So the goon was actually locked up. So it's another goon out here that we got to kind of find out who that was.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you have all this information, and the police. You send this to the police.
Yes.
All right. Now you told me that, Miss Morgan. You told me that you gave the original officer the information, came back, circled back to the officer, and he didn't even write nothing down.
No.
He didn't even make a police report or nothing.
No, it's still not a report.
Right now, it's still not.
It's one under Miss Winters.
So even though you got all this information,
nothing under.
They not
Ms.
even
Morgan.
taking what you have.
No, I'm doing it by myself.
What?
I'm investigating by myself. I'm sitting outside of homes by myself.
You called me from sitting outside of a home.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm saying is, if you can find out all this information and have basically paperwork, CCAPs, money orders, and they ain't ran up on these people and locked them up yet.
No, sir.
They still out here scamming.
Still.
As recently as a couple days ago.
Yes, a young lady, her mom reached out to me, and a couple of days ago, like a week or so ago, she was scammed by the same people, and she just had a baby as well. You know.
So another person reached out that was a victim of the scam, a pregnant mother.
Yes.
And how much did they get from her?
$2,200.
$2,200.
Yes.
And they still out here probably scamming somebody today.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, look,
also, since then, one of the victims, she detected the one who reached out to you originally, but out of nowhere, someone's getting electricity put in another home in her name, and she don't know no one here. She don't know how they could have got her information. So that was the home that I was, sitting outside.
So somebody took her information, even though she didn't give them the deposit money.
Right.
They took her social security number and opened up a We Energies account at an address. What was the address? Truth Nation, it's serious.
7108 North 46th Street.
And so whoever is in that house,
it's listed under a guy, Brent Clay, and it says owner occupied.
And he got the We Energy on, or the We Energy been turned on in a victim's name. They put her information in Zillow.
Yes.
Truth Nation, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up, Truth Nation. This is why we got to share this information, because I don't know why these people are still out here operating or allowed to operate. You got more receipts than Walgreens right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just wondering, a lot of people are starting to wonder, is this an inside, something more nefarious going on?
Yeah. Deep down in my heart, that's how I feel.
Wow. Well, we got some more news. You finally got the money orders that were cashed.
Yes.
You got those back.
Yes.
Hey, put the money orders on the screen. Truth Nation, if you watch this rebroadcast live, this is the money orders that she wrote out, or that you gave to Tasha Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We got the money order on the screen, Truth Nation. And it has the name of the person who cashed. Who cashed this? Who cashed the money order?
Jeffrey Ford.
So somebody named Jeffrey Ford cashed the money order.
Yes.
And the police have this information.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
You have not only, it's a car as well that's involved in this that we got a picture of. What's going on with the car?
That car was posted outside that house, 7108 North 46th Street. And the young lady went to the house and she knocked on the door and no one answered. I was parked out there the whole time. When she proceeded to pull off, a van pulled up, a van being driven by a young lady, and I want to say about 10 minutes of sitting there. The van pulled in the driveway. After 10 minutes, the van pulled back out, and 4 cars pulled into the driveway.
Oh, wow.
They're using the back entrance. It's a really nice neighborhood. You know, a lot of black older people were out there gardening, things like that.
All right, Andrew, can we get the Tasha James up? Tasha Jones up. So this is the person that initiated all of this. This Tasha Jones, James or Jones, whatever.
Jones.
It's a fake name anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this and her husband was Quincy Jones.
Yes.
Now this Tasha Jones character is the one that's doing the Zillow work.
Yes.
Her in the assistant.
Yes.
Somebody had sent me a clip and they said the assistant looked like Saucy Santana.
They've been doing her in on Facebook. I ain't even gonna lie.
The assistant remind them of a Saucy Santana type character.
Yes.
I wonder what these people thinking, and their days are numbered. Their days got to be numbered because it's too much information on this scandal. None of this is their real names. Now, we got all the real names.
Yes.
That's the one thing we got the real names.
We got all the real names.
The police
we got the addresses.
And the police got
I didn't
everything.
get to the fact I got this young lady mother, her father name.
You didn't got the mother and the father name.
Yes. I got her father's address.
Wow. You got where she was born, what hospital she was born in on the birth certificate. Wow. Okay, so at the end of the day, Truth Nation, what I'm saying is we got a whole situation where the families had to go and uncover their own situation, their own scam, their own fraudulent situation. The police have the information, and we're trying to get these people arrested because every day somebody may be getting frauded or their information or their social security number may be used in a negative way.
Yes.
How many families you think is involved in this scam operation?
So far that we know of, it's 3 of us then gave money, and about I want to say 5 that we can confirm that came through. But like I said, since it's been going around, people have been saying the same home 8 years ago, 10 years ago. That's what's ringing a bell like it's an inside job. Because come on now, she started renting the home in July. How is it that she was able to do this scam 8 years ago, 10 years ago? What's really going on here?
And when the police told you, hey, this has been going on for 10 years.
Yes, as soon as we walked into the station.
So they already knew what time it was.
Yes.
And they didn't even complete your report.
No.
Wow. I don't know what to say about the sloppy work that's going on with this situation. But this is what, 7th district?
Yeah.
Or 5th district?
7.
7th district.
Yes. Officer Arps.
Officer Arps.
Yes.
Wow. Officer Arps. I think that we need to evaluate your work history.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we trying to make sure that we do our job as residents to try to, they say they need residents to come forward.
Yes.
They say, hey, we need the community support, but look what they doing to you.
Exactly.
You done bundled this up.
Yeah. And these last few days been emotional for me, but believe me, you have heard it, but I'm not stopping. I'm gonna continue on.
Put the money order back up, Andrew. Look, Truth Nation, these folks done cashed the money order. Now you had to go and pay to get this information.
Yes, $15 a piece.
On who cashed the money order.
Yes.
And you got the person that cashed your money order, the fraudulent money order from the scammers. And the name is, what name was on there?
Jeffrey Ford.
So
and
somebody named Jeffrey Ford.
4201 West Capitol Drive.
Look at this, Truth Nation. I don't even know. Do we got the whole money order on the screen? Okay, Jeffrey Ford. And I think he got an address on there. But it say Tasha Jones on there too.
Yes, but if you look up Yasmin, that address there is listed as one of her addresses as well. So that's one of her old addresses.
So the 8556.
Yeah, Servant Drive or something like that.
Yeah, that's a fake address or something like that. So Jeffrey Ford paid to the order of Jeffrey Ford, but she used the fake alias Tasha Jones on there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And me moving too fast. Like I said, I admit I accidentally gave her the blank money order, but I did take the back and the original receipts.
Wow. But we got names, though.
Yes.
But would they cash a check with a person with a fake ID calling themselves Jeffrey Ford?
Well,
from my experience, how does this money order work? I know you need an ID.
Right. I used to work at the check cashing place for years, and no.
So you got to have a real name to actually,
and we
a
put
real
it in
ID.
our system, and we have to identify the person that's in the system to the person who is in front of us. Even with the Social Security number, the Social Security number, your fingerprint.
All right, Truth Nation. Now, we got to run the break because I feel my blood pressure. I feel the blood pressure going up because I don't like that this ain't being handled correctly by the police. I don't like when I do shows like this and we got all this information, names, addresses, CCAPs, and these folks still out here probably scamming somebody right now while we on the air.
Yes.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. We got Miss Morgan in the building. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch The Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Need a quick, delicious way to fuel your day? Try one of our new protein power plays from Cousin Subs. Power Ham, Power Turkey, Power Club, Power Tuna. 4 craveable 5-inch subs on freshly baked Italian bread. Packed with protein, up to 33 grams. All for just $7.99 for a limited time. It's the flavor you love with the fuel you need. Grab a protein power play in store, online, or on the Cousin Subs app today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin performing arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at UPath Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upavride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Echo in the night air. Say his name when you feel small. He the proof that somebody cares. Oh, 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 oh.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Look, we got Miss Morgan in studio. We got this rental fraud going on, and I'm gonna tell you this rental fraud has got my blood pressure going up, because we still got people out here frauding somebody right now.
Yes.
Using their social security card off of Zillow, looking for a home.
Yes.
A family that probably needs shelter, that don't have a lot of extra money, walking into a fraud scam that's causing them even more hardship.
Yes.
Right here in the city of Milwaukee, black families,
Yes.
women with children,
Yes, sir.
where the outrage? Where the outrage?
I guess there is none.
You going through this right now.
Yes.
You have managed to gather information. Let's get these characters up. Let's get these characters up one more time. If y'all got watching this on live, screenshot this and post this on y'all page and try to let the community know what's really going on. Because today, we talking about it and these victims are coming forward. Tomorrow is you saying you got scammed.
Yes.
You went and they took you for a ride. And some people didn't even give any money. But the Social Security number, they were using to set up We Energy accounts.
Yes.
What have you had to go through to try to rectify the situation with your Social Security number?
Standing in the Social Security board for hours. I had to call the IRS. I had to report myself and my children's Social Security number to like 3-4 different bureaus to put locks on them. I had to cancel all my credit cards, my bank accounts. I even had to go get a new ID. So now, when I say that I'm homeless, I'm literally homeless, but I can't even pay for a hotel room if I wanted to. I've been having to borrow money because I can't even access the little money that I do have.
Because you got all the alerts on everything.
And everything is locked down at the moment.
But these people riding around frauding folks.
Yes.
You camping outside of cribs, looking at addresses that you done got off money orders, or that they done got off We Energy receipts off using fraudulent Social Security numbers to get the We Energy.
Yes.
And giving it to the police.
Yes.
And you saying that people can't even take action because the police report ain't filled out.
Exactly. Not at all.
Wow. Now, what is these women names? Put the women back up. What's their real name? What's the fake name and what's the real name?
We have Tasha Jones. Her real name is Yasmin. I cannot pronounce her last name. It's Hameed. And then we have Tammy Spears, a.k.a. the Monica Brown. She was the assistant. She's the young lady with the pink on.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine, that's the mugshot.
Now, you handed your money to
Tasha Jones, a.k.a. Yasmin.
And Miss Winters handed her money to the secretary.
She handed money to both.
To both of them?
The first 2 payments she made to Tasha Jones. The third payment, which was the last payment and walkthrough where she was getting her keys, was with Miss Monica Brown, a.k.a. Tammy Spears.
Saucy Santan.
Mm-hmm.
Shalimar,
whatever it was
that's what they said. That's what they said about
them in.
And so you spreading these pictures online. I shared these pictures online as well.
I mean, it's going around.
And hold on, they've been on the post. Some at least the secretary got on the assistant got on the post.
Yeah, she admitted that was her, but she said didn't nobody put no money in her hand. But she said, yeah, that's me.
Nothing ain't gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
You C-capped all these people.
Yeah.
What do they have when they C-cap once again?
Fraud,
For those
armed robbery.
a long history of fraud.
Yeah, Yasmin is out on bail. Armed robbery, Pfister Hotel.
Wow.
Yeah.
You reached out to the people that's dealing with her case as well.
Yes. The DA and her Justice Point agent also.
Wow. Well, I thank you for coming through to keep everybody up to brisk. New information. We got the money order, Truth Nation. The money order that they cashed.
Yes.
And this new name is
Jeffrey Ford.
Jeffrey Ford.
Yes.
And Tasha Jones' name is signed on the money order.
Yes.
And Tasha Jones is Yasmin.
Yes.
But she used a fake name on the money order.
Yes. It still ties you to it, honey.
Wow. Maybe this Jeff guy, they told her they would give him like $50 if they
probably so.
If he cashed
I looked
the money order.
He young as well.
He a young guy.
Yeah, he ain't too far behind him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is crazy, Truth Nation. This can happen to anybody right now that's out here looking for a place that need a place, see something they like on Zillow, get contacted. Hey, look, you can get this place, come in for an interview, and then they start working the fraud.
Yes.
And the police know about this fraud scheme.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So do you think the police already had all the information you already had, or if they already knew that this was going on, how much information you think that they actually had?
I'm not absolutely sure, because he was thirsty for the information, for the names and things like that. But as far as the action, the thirst ain't real at all. It's like, okay, oh well, life goes on.
But what do you want to say to those that are listening right now? What do you want them to know right now at this point?
Please just always take caution. Never put your guard down. The first time I put my guard down, this has been a disaster. Seriously. Just, man, look up everything. If you feel any type of way, if your gut giving you a feeling, listen. I wish I would have listened.
Did they give you any options on how long that this is going to take to rectify at this point?
I don't know anything besides of what I've been doing, Tori. I can't tell you anything. I call every day to check up on you. Like I said, I don't even have a case number yet.
And this has been going on for how long?
Sierra officer has filed, and there is a case number with her case, but my case.
Sierra got the good officer.
Yeah. I guess the one that's
the good cop.
Too lazy. Mine's he young. I don't understand like what's going on.
Wow.
And it wasn't hard to find at all.
What are the next steps right now? We just waiting for the police to do their job.
I ain't waiting at all.
I'm talking about as far as arresting.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm waiting
as far
on
as
them to do their
actually
job.
putting the handcuffs on these people.
But I ain't too far from behind. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm coming to court. I will be there. Every address that I get a lead to, I'm going. I'm going to fight this. Like I said, all these years I've been helping the community and fighting for the community. Now I'm in the seat that I need the help, and besides yourself and a few others, nobody been helping me. So I'm going to do it myself. And I'm not stopping until I get justice. I've never been in a situation like this where my baby's on the floor, me sitting here stressing how I'm going to feed my kids. Like, it is too much. I've been so emotional drained, like sick.
Do you have a Cash App?
Yes, I do.
Can you give it so people, if they want to help out, they can kind of donate to you while you're going through this at this time? Or some way that they can help you out, or information that they can contact you?
They can contact me via Facebook. My name is Jaton Morgan. Actually, I don't even know my Cash App.
Well, I'll make a post on my Facebook.
And then when I get the information, I can post mine and Sierra's. If you guys want to help us out, we really are in need,
All right. Well, like I said, we here for it. As many times you got to come up in here with more information to talk about it, the door is wide open.
Thank you.
And by you being able to talk about it, you helping out so many other mothers that would have fell into this position.
Yes, and where you're going to look, do not go alone also. And if I can send a message out to Miss Tammy and Yasmin, this not really towards Tammy, but Yasmin, sweetheart, I pray for you. And I really hope that you stop whatever hurt that you're going through or been through. I'm going to continue to pray for you, but stop putting your baby in danger like that, sweetheart. Everybody who have reached out have seen your child present. Everybody is not going to have a good heart. Please stop putting that baby life in danger like that. Seriously.
Wow. 0782 says, did she go to the Register of Deeds in the courthouse to see who owns the house and who's paying the property taxes and water bill?
Yes, I did. And it's still listed under Vinebrook Homes, which Vinebrook Homes still have an office here, but it's not for the public. So I just can't walk up in there,
right.
You know. Yeah, it's still listed under Vinebrook Homes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, thank you. And like I said, it don't matter how many parts to this episode. We trying to go all the way until they get arrested.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you for all the work you're doing, Miss Morgan.
Thank you.
All right, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement, or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
Did you know that for 80 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been a lifeline for our nation's veterans with spinal cord injuries and diseases like MS and ALS, and all people with disabilities? In just the last 12 months, PVA has funded research of the first non-addictive pain medication in over a decade, partnered with an award-winning sports anchor to fight for accessible medical care for women veterans, ensured all women with disabilities feel seen and empowered with help from a top cosmetic company. And that doesn't even include what PVA have done over the last 80 years, like secured the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, pioneered wheelchair basketball, helped design iconic landmarks, made the DC Metro a model transit system, and wrote and distributed resources in over 60 countries in 4 languages. None of this would be possible without your help. Every breakthrough, every battle won, and every life impacted is driven by you. Visit PVA.org to learn more.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityInvestments.com.
Lady Lib Sports and Entertainment is a relative newcomer to the sports management field. Founder and CEO Rashida Liberty, also known as Lady Lib, finds herself in a unique space as a black woman negotiating deals for athletes with teams in the major pro leagues in the U.S. She told Bloomberg to get her project started, she focused on grassroots efforts in her home state of Texas.
I began immediately attending athlete agent days, getting to know the players, sometimes getting to know the players at the high school level as well, so that they begin to establish relationships. So when they are ready to pursue going pro, they remember you, they have a relationship with you, and they're comfortable with you. I also took an approach of meeting many trainers, talking to the media.
Liberty's firm represents athletes across the NFL, Canadian Football League, and the United Football League. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Milwaukee Brewers beginning a 3-game homestand tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Manager Pat Murphy on Jackson Chourio and Andrew Vaughn as they start their rehab assignments.
They both look like they could play right now, but we got to go through all the steps. I think they'll be off to rehab assignments and hopefully back very soon. Yelich is a little further behind than that, but he's progressing very, very well.
Chad Patrick starts tonight for Milwaukee at 6:40 first pitch. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on our sister station, WTMJ. And Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur is excited about the 6 players the team picked in last week's NFL draft. LaFleur on rookie minicamp starting this week.
It's more of an onboarding process for our guys. Get them in, get them acclimated to the building, get them acclimated to their coaches.
This True Sports Update is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. I came from the curb where the gutter speak fluent pain. Rusty hydrants leak memories every time it rained. No cable in the crib, we just stared at the ceiling stains. Plotting on a lick while the sirens play musical chairs again. Grams in the cereal box, razor blade calendar. I was weighing out my future while my teachers used to fail at me. Mama worked 2 shifts till the light stayed amateur, so I practiced on a scale till the numbers acted flattering. First flip was a 20, turned it to a clean deuce. By Friday I was neck deep in a pair of new boots. County checks bouncing, but my trap jumped like crisscross. Kitchen full of white, like the linens at the Ritz bars. Cold stove, hot water, pot singing like Mary J. I just mixed emotion with the soda, that's therapy. Corner store profit, every bottle return is a parlay. Now the whole strip know my name like it's Valentine's.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. A new video shows street takeover right outside Milwaukee City Hall. They got the video. I guess they got drones now, Andrew. They say they got the drones up in the sky. They got new video that's showing footage of the street takeover. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's look at this footage of the takeover.
Like a scene out of Fast and Furious, drivers Saturday night taking over busy intersections in downtown Milwaukee. This one with City Hall in the background.
This is not okay. Like these things like this need to stop.
At some point, somebody's going to be seriously hurt or killed in these activities.
Another takeover in Bayview at KK and Lincoln. People stopping traffic, doing burnouts in the intersection. Cell phone video there, capturing this.
2 hooligans driving their cars real fast in circles around a bunch of people.
Participants even setting off massive fireworks.
I live in West Dallas.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be in the city of Milwaukee because it's dangerous.
The perception is that there is this lawlessness. It is dangerous. What do you tell those?
They're right. I think there is a sense that the city is increasingly lawless, chaotic, and disorderly.
The police department is on Water Street every night, and so it's insane how this happened when they're like right down the street.
Milwaukee police tell 12 News in response to the street takeovers Saturday, they issued 7 citations and towed 1 car.
We're asking the police to address this as quickly and as safely as possible.
Alderman Robert Bauman plans to bring the issue to the Public Safety Committee.
We'll ask the police for a comprehensive review of, okay, what are you doing? What do you know? What's been the results? And what's the plan going forward?
Okay, didn't they do that the last time this happened? Didn't they say, okay, we gonna take action this way, and then now all of a sudden they're saying that it's dangerous downtown. I thought they just said it was safe. I thought they just said that things was down. Like now, and you know, downtown is like the fortress. They did this right by City Hall. Ain't this where they supposed to have like all of the the police and all of this other stuff going on downtown? This happened in a high protected, high priority area. And I seen Barbara in the chat. He said, I wasn't really mad about the City Hall one. Probably the only street in the city that don't have potholes. You know, notice they don't do these donuts by where they got the potholes. Y'all complain about the potholes, but I'm sure they ain't choosing those areas to do the donuts in the middle of the street. But it's Milwaukee out of control. This is what the alderman said. Go back to, I want y'all to hear what the alderman said about the city when they asked him, was it out of control? He's saying that it's lawlessness. This is the downtown alderman saying that it's lawlessness. Let's hear it one more time. I need y'all to clean your ears out and hear what he said about Milwaukee.
Saturday, they issued 7 citations and towed 1 car.
We're asking the police to address this as quickly and as safely as possible.
Alderman Robert Bauman plans to bring the issue to the Public Safety Committee.
We'll ask the police for a comprehensive review of, okay, what are you doing? What do you know? What's been the results? And what's the plan going forward?
Nah, you cut him too short. You got to get him before that. You got him at the end. At the beginning, he said it was the lawlessness, but you know, yeah, he was just trying to say what he said the last time with the last takeover. But at the beginning, when he first started talking, that's when he first showed him, he was saying how bad it was. That's the part I wanted everybody to hear.
This is not okay. Like these things like this need to stop.
At some point, somebody's going to be seriously hurt or killed in these activities.
Another takeover in Bayview at KK and Lincoln. People stopping traffic, doing burnouts in the intersection. Cell phone video there, capturing this.
Two hooligans.
These are adults. These are grown people. Yeah, we still didn't get the footage that I was looking for. Yeah, I mean, like, but what I'm saying is, these are not the kids. These are the middle-aged adults that got money. These cars are custom-made, souped up, and what y'all gonna do about it? And these kids were at Moody Park. I seen video footage from Channel 4. I think I sent you the video footage of they had the drones following the kids at Moody Park. Do we have that footage? Yeah. They had the sky drones over Moody Park. They had more surveillance on the kids than they had on the adults by City Hall. The police don't use their flock cameras. Like, how are these people able to do donuts in the middle of the street? We got all these, like Barbara said, these flock cameras out here. How are they able to go home and go to sleep after doing donuts and lighting fireworks? Even, they said it was a fire. The roof got caught on fire at one of the incidents, and they able to disperse and go by their. These people got houses, and they probably pay rent somewhere. LaRon says middle age, ain't nobody out here 50 years old. Who said they was 50? I said, this is where I say, like, you gotta put the peroxide in your ears. These are the, what was the age group? 24 to 38, I would say. 24 to 38, I would say, give or take here and there. Yeah, but we got some more footage from another takeover from the young people where they had the drones out flying over the kids. Look at this. Somebody look at this. The kids were just hanging out at Mooney Park. It looked like they got into a little fight, fighting each other and walking around. They had the drone zooming in. This is where I say, like, they had more surveillance on the babies. They had more police out there trying to grab the kids that was at the park, wasn't doing donuts in the street or nothing like that, probably got in a few boxing matches, you know. But they was more bestial with the young people than these grown-ups that's able to drive off. You telling me that they doing all of this, had time to light firecrackers, it wasn't no police on the scene. You telling me ain't no police downtown? But they got all the footage of these kids dancing and having fun and loitering in these lots. I'm just saying, what's really going on? Mo the Elephant says, about those cameras, I think they are doing it on purpose to release a facial recognition software flight camera, may get images, but not much detail. LaRon says, come on, man. You said these folks middle age. All right, here we go. I'm not going to argue with you, man. We didn't have this story before. I gave the age range. I mean, okay, you won. You can have you win. Okay. All right, so what I'm saying is, here we go. The thing is that we got two takeovers here. We got one with the kids that everybody was talking about, had press conferences galore. What we finna do about these kids? Then we got, and I'm gonna just say it for the sake of conversation, ages 24 to 38, out here doing donuts in the street with custom-made cars, mostly from the South Side. This is a South Side thing. It was like a logo on the car. Did you get what the logo said on one of the black car? The car got the logo, so you can't take a picture of the car with the logo and go find out. That's like having a tattoo. My grandma said, don't never get a tattoo, because if they gotta identify you, they gon' find that tattoo on your body to confirm it's you. These cars got promotion on the side. Locke says, let's start at 34, 35 years old to afford cars at, somebody, I think that I don't even know what happened in the chat. I was reading the text message and it got zapped. Anyway, what I'm saying is, this is going on downtown. The takeover's happening in the parks with the kids. It ain't even hit June, July. And they saying it's rogue behavior going on out here in these streets.
It's not even really warm yet.
That's what I'm saying, but this is still with April. Somebody said middle age starts at 34 or 35 years old. In order to afford all the Fast and the Furious lifestyle, you can't be some youngster working $10 an hour job somewhere. I agree. LaRon says, my Ford Focus broke down doing donuts on 57. Hey, but you was doing the donuts where the potholes was at. Look, let me tell you something. I bet you those people that's doing the street takeovers, I bet you they won't ride down Fond du Lac. Oh, they won't ride down, where the real potholes is at, near on the north side, where the streets, half of the streets is potholes. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Don't miss one of Milwaukee's favorite summer traditions, the U-Path Ride for Arts, presented by Miller Lite, returns Sunday, May 31st. Ride a fully closed 20-mile course across the Hone Bridge with incredible lakefront views. Kids 12 and under ride free thanks to the Brewers Community Foundation. All in support of Southeastern Wisconsin Performing Arts. 7 a.m. start, finish at U-Path Fest on Summerfest grounds. Register today at upathride.org. That's UPAFRIDE.org. At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Are you planning a special event? Do you need a personal chef? Either way, make it tasteful. I'm Alicia the Chef, owner of Tasteful Events Catering, and we create customized food experiences for any occasion. We bring quality, flavor, and professionalism to every table. Whether it's a special event or everyday meal solutions, we focus on delivering more than just food. We create experiences. Book today or learn more online at www.tastefuleventscatering.com.
This is the Tori Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's a spring thing. Milwaukee come out Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Embassy Center, MKE, 3725 North Sherman Boulevard. This is free family community resource fair for ages 0 to 100. Get free diapers, baby wipes, groceries, haircuts while supplies last. Don't miss baby food prep classes and powerful mental health speakers, Bishop Walter Harvey and Davari Blackwell. Doors open at 10:30. Come early. It's a spring thing. Do not miss it. Also, every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting at age 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part, MCP is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. Andrew, it was a lot that we discussed on this show. We talked about a lot of things today, but I'll say this, when we at the beginning of the show, I wanted to kind of drive home that there are more great people in the community than there are people that's making the community look bad. There's more great things and great ideas going on. This is why I say in 2026, it's time to repair the village. It's time for those that, kind of was playing the back road to step into the front. And I know that's kind of hard to think because many times we do things from our hearts and we don't want a lot of credit for a lot of things. I say it's time to take that credit. Because if these kids don't see us out there in these streets doing the work, how will they have an example of what to follow? A lot of times, the loudest things are the most negative ideas. So we'll say, hey, don't act like this or don't act like that. But then they'll go to a party or they'll go out and they see that a lot of these negative ideas are in the front. So, the attention is going to the negativity, but those that are really doing the work get zero attention. So it's time to reverse that and flip it. It's time to take the people that would normally just not, want to, people to know what they're doing, playing behind the scenes, or you need to get in the front because these kids need to see how that look. It's hard to see the front lines because we always doing the work. And then everybody else just taking the credit, or they out front, loud, being loud, obnoxious, rowdy, drama. And now it's just time for the front lines to take their position. And it's two reasons why I say you got to do this. It's because now the competition for the minds is stiff. The competition for the minds of these young people is stiff. And if you're playing the background all the time, you're falling second to the drama. So we have to shift the mind frame to put the revolutionary idea back in the front. It's kind of like when Public Enemy was out. Fight the power. A lot of the rappers that, was making that kind of revolutionary music, you don't hardly hear that kind of music no more. Now you hear murder, kill, materialistic. Yeah, rob, cheat, and steal type music. But now it's the time to reverse the ideas because the people in the front can no longer have these positions because they full of drama. Never, never, ever play the back now with the front lines. Get in front and let's lead the community into a better space. That's all I'm saying. It's just that simple.
The thing that stood out to me, Tori, is you talked about the system being built to kind of take the credit, the system being kind of built, and then how you have to kind of break the wheel. You got to break the system to have everybody paying attention to what's going on.
Well, I'll say this. With social media, we all have the ability to be in compete for the minds of these young people. And I think that we have not competed for the minds of these young people for a long time. I'm talking about the front lines. We're there as coaches. We're there as mentors. We're there in the background. But then when they leave us, we look like the squares because the drama, the negativity is what is surrounding them, and they having fun. They partying, but they don't show they show the top side, but they don't show the bottom side where these people are hurt. They are mentally broken. They don't show that. They only show the glamorized, the glam shots, the glam photos of these lifestyles. It's time for the front lines to get out front. If you on the front lines, do not play the back no more. Do not sit behind the scenes because we need you in the front. Stop allowing negative people to run the show. That's my message. If you out here and you willing to make change, roar like a lion. Get out front. Because right now, what's out front is trash. Hey, look, keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.